the right side of the offensive line, when you line up Aaron Donald, because you can play with it. I can line Aaron Donald up at the defensive end, and I could stack, if I choose to do so, I could literally stack Von Miller right off of the right side of him, which is like really tight right there, and his hand can be up or down, and now all of a sudden we got games that we need to play on the right side of the offensive line, which is killer. I mean, when you think about it, that's a lot. Brady gets the ball out fast. The problem, though, that you have with quarterbacks when they're getting the ball out fast is everybody else ready? Is everybody else anticipating that? Are the receivers breaking off their routes too early? So when when you hear people on television say, well, he didn't go to proper depth because if he'd have gone 2 more yards, he'd have gotten the first down. I don't understand why he did that. Well, it's because my quarterback is under duress, and my quarterback is getting the football out. So, therefore, Aaron Donald not only affects the offensive line, which is what we know, but he also affects, you got to listen here, Jay and Max, he also affects the receivers.
Of course.
And you say to yourself, well, how could that be? Because he's affecting the quarterback. So if the receivers believe that they got to speed up their routes and cut them off because the quarterback is under duress, they're not getting the proper depth. So he affects everything when he's out on the football field.
No doubt. It's just like an offensive line affects the other team's secondary. Same thing.
So, Key, how do you counter that?
Well, you counter it by trying to block it. Good luck. I mean, that's right. You counter it by trying to block it, but there's also get the ball out quick. Brady's getting the ball out in 2-point-something seconds, which is extremely fast, top 3 in the National Football League. But that's a short, quick game. Now you come up and you rally and tackle. Now they're not gaining 12, 13 yards. They're getting 2 and 3 yards, which is not what they're looking to do. And in order to try to combat that, you run screens. You try to slow down the pass rush because if they pin their ears back and they're coming to get Brady, now all of a sudden you pop out a screen, they've got to slow down and retrace. And you'll see a lot of that, I'm sure, with Byron Leftwich. You'll see a lot of sliding O.J. Howard and Gronkowski to the right side to chip wherever Aaron Donald and Von Miller and Floyd may line up. I mean, think about it. What if you put all 3 of them on one side? Now what?
Yeah.
You need 6 guys to block them. What are you going to do? Like, you need 2 guys apiece. Okay, so, Jay, I'm going to talk Key as though you're not here for a second. Key, a lot of the times, Key, I'll talk to you. Key, you a lot of the times, I think, don't like the following types of analysis in the media or questioning in the media because you don't like to give oxygen to something that you think is not like is BS, right? Okay, I get that. However, this is coming from someone who played and won championships with Tom Brady. Okay, so I think it's worth asking. It sounds ridiculous, the level Brady's playing at. But if he loses this game, I think people can complete the sentence already, could it be his last? Listen to Rob Ninkovich yesterday on Get Up.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Tom decided to just kind of walk away and do, whatever he wants to do. Because, listen, right now he's in bonus time. How many 44-year-old quarterbacks have we seen throw for the amount of yards and touchdowns, and he'll be 45 in August? So at this point right now, what else does he have to prove to anybody? What else does he have to check off the list? I mean, he's got TB12 that he has grown to being, in L.A., in New York, in Boston, and he's got his own brand coming out in the Brady brand with his clothing line and everything that he has done. He left the Patriots, went to another team, won a Super Bowl, and everything as far as football goes. When you feel content with your career and everything that you've done, you can kind of say, all right, I'm going to walk off on my own 2 feet.
It's unlikely, Jay, it's unlikely, but that's Ninko saying it. It ain't me.
Even if you were to say it though, Max, that would be the one time I would agree with you because you got, just like Rob said, he's done everything. Like, what is there? Like, I got kids now. It's like I don't need to keep worrying about trying to win a championship and stressing my brain and my family. My son's getting older. He probably wants to play sports. I need to be there on the weekends. I mean, it just becomes one of those deals at 45 years old.
He seems to love it.
It would shock me. It would shock me. Like, Key, you spent time with Tom. I spent time with Tom. It's one of the most competitive dudes you'll ever meet. I know he has a lot of stuff going on. in his business life and his family and his wife, and I get all that. But do you see what level this dude is playing at this year? Like in the MVP conversation, Key, we've had conversations about could this dude play to 50? He tosses stuff out there with Rob Gronkowski saying, yeah, we could do this for a long time. I would be absolutely shocked if Tom Brady says, you know what, I'm just going to walk away from this.
You got to get another profile pic, man. That pic just makes him look like weird. He needs another pic, like an alien. It's alien Tom Brady.
Stop, man. You always cracking jokes. I think you're right, Jay. It would be a shock.
Yeah.
But I can see it because of who he is and where he's at in his life.
I hear you.
When you've accomplished everything, you don't have anything else to prove.
Yeah.
You know how many, look, man. You know how hard it is to chase that? It's going to be hard to chase that. Nobody will ever catch that dude at this quarterback position.
He ain't playing against
over.
nobody else. He's playing against his damn self. And when I hear words like content involved in sentences with names like Michael Jordan and Tom Brady, I'm like, then
can we put that picture up on the screen again, Key? I want you to look at this. Look at this picture.
Stop.
Come on. Does that look like a sane person who's just going to go off into retirement? That looks like the face of an insane football player. But he's going to play.
Leave that dude alone, man.
He's going to play for a while, looks like to me.
He might. But if he did leave the game the way that he the way that he's ending it with big time numbers and things of that nature, I wouldn't be. I would just be like, okay, cool. I wouldn't be shocked.
Well, I can't believe anyone would say Tom Brady has had it. I say he can play forever.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.